Blessed Advent, Downtown Disciples, a poem for you by Reverend Sarah R. Speed. Joy and celebration. You are a blessing. If you hear nothing else, if the wind howls, if your brain runs amok, if rebuttals and denials line up like little toy soldiers, then hear this. You are a blessing. I knew it the first moment I met you. Heard your name, learned there are 7 billion of us on this planet. I knew it in my bones, the way my feet know the way home. You are a blessing. For our creating God breathed life into your being, and there is just simply no way that along with that life, some of God's goodness didn't just slip right in. So tell the rebuttals to rest. Tell the toy soldiers, find another hill, because this hill is reserved for joy and celebration. You are a blessing. Breathe it in. Joy and celebration. In the midst of a violent and frightening world, we can still experience joy, which is different from happiness. An example, our gala. It was a joyful act of resistance right after an election that was not good news. But still, we could celebrate our identity as beloved people of God. We could celebrate our diversity. We could tap into that joy that is built into us as an act of resistance. This week at Downtown Disciples and next week, we're finding ways to tap into that joy and to wrestle with the truth together, the truth that joy is different from happiness. We'll wonder about that together, and we will experience it together in a variety of ways. One will be our pageant this Sunday. We call it the best pageant ever because, well, it is, but mostly because there are no rehearsals. You get to play the part you want. You get to pick out your costume, which we will provide lots of costumes so you can be as creative as you wish. The pageant is weaved in through worship. You don't have to play a part if you don't want to. You can be part of the audience. I promise you will find laughter and tears. You might be laughing and crying all at the same time. We have the gorgeous music and lovely spirit of Lanny in our pageant this year. So plan to be with us. And even if you are experiencing sadness, grief, fear, anger, we invite you to come and bring all of yourself. We can hold all of those emotions together because joy is not the same thing as happiness. We're going to also have our Blue Christmas next week, which is an opportunity to hold grief and loneliness and fear together along with the deep joy that lives within us that we find when we gather together. There's so many more opportunities that I hope you'll read about in this week's newsletter. And I want to remind you, Jesus said to his disciples in a time of great fear, in a time of empire, of violence, he said to them, "My joy I give to you. My joy I leave with you. I tell you these things," Jesus said, "so that your joy may be complete. Love one another as I have loved you. Abide in me." You see, I think the secret to deep abiding joy is in that coming together, loving one another, and remembering that we are blessed to be together, and we are blessed to be a blessing. There is joy in resistance. There is joy in being together. You remember that song, "This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me," right? The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. Hope to see you soon, Downtown Disciples. You are a blessing.